Jennifer Lopez says she's experiencing something new in life. Have you ever reached a point in life where everything changes, even though you already have everything? Fame, money, success, a legendary career. And yet, something inside you starts shifting. That's exactly what global superstar Jennifer Lopez says she's experiencing right now. After decades of dominating music, film, fashion, and business, Jennifer Lopez is entering what she calls a completely new chapter of life. And according to her, it's not about fame anymore. It's about something deeper, something more personal. In recent interviews and public appearances, J.Lo revealed that she's feeling something she hasn't felt before in her life, a powerful transformation in how she sees herself, her career, and her future. Today, we're diving deep into what Jennifer Lopez says she's experiencing right now, why this moment is different from anything in her past, how her personal life has shaped this transformation, and what this could mean for the future of one of the biggest stars on the planet. Because believe it or not, even someone as iconic as Jennifer Lopez is still discovering new versions of herself. Let's talk about it. Before we understand what's changing in Jennifer Lopez's life, we need to understand just how massive her journey has been. Jennifer Lopez didn't just become famous. She became a global phenomenon. Born in the Bronx, New York, Lopez started out as a dancer. Long before the stadium tours, before the hit albums, before Hollywood films, she was simply a young performer chasing a dream. Her early career began as a dancer on the TV show In Living Color, where she worked as one of the Fly Girls. But Jennifer Lopez always wanted more. She wanted to act. And that ambition led to one of her first breakthrough roles in the 1997 biopic Selena. Her performance as Selena Quintanilla was widely praised, and suddenly Hollywood realized something big. Jennifer Lopez wasn't just a dancer. She was a star. Soon after, she began dominating the music world as well. Her debut album On the 6 launched massive hits and introduced the world to her unique blend of pop, Latin, and R&B. And from there, her career exploded. Movies, chart-topping singles, fashion influence, world tours. By the early 2000s, Jennifer Lopez had become something incredibly rare. A superstar who dominated multiple industries at the same time. And that level of success didn't slow down. 4 decades. But here's the thing about living at the top for so long. It comes with enormous pressure. Jennifer Lopez has spent over 30 years in the spotlight. That means every relationship becomes headlines. Every decision becomes public discussion. Every mistake becomes global news. And Lopez has experienced plenty of those moments. Her relationships have often been the subject of intense media attention, including her famous romance with actor Ben Affleck. Their early 2000s relationship was one of the most talked about celebrity romances in history. The media even gave them a nickname, Benifa. At the time, the pressure from paparazzi and tabloids became overwhelming. Eventually, the couple split. But their story didn't end there. Years later, in one of Hollywood's most surprising romantic comebacks, Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck reunited. And fans around the world were fascinated. Because sometimes, life brings people back together in ways no one expects. But along with the romantic headlines came something else. Reflection. Jennifer Lopez began talking more openly about self-growth, healing, and understanding herself. And that's where the story begins to change. In recent interviews, Jennifer Lopez has said something very interesting. She feels like she's entering a completely new stage of life. Not just professionally, but emotionally and spiritually. According to Lopez, she's learning to prioritize something she spent much of her life putting second. Herself. For decades, her life was about work, performance, success, public image. But now, she says she's focusing on something different. Inner peace, growth, and understanding who she truly is beyond the spotlight. She's talked about how the older she gets, the more she values self-awareness and emotional strength. Instead of chasing constant approval from the public or the media, she's focusing on what actually makes her feel fulfilled. And for someone who built a career on perfection, image, and performance, that shift is huge. Jennifer Lopez is no longer trying to prove herself to the world. She already did that. Now she's discovering what life looks like after proving everything. Relationships have played a major role in Jennifer Lopez's journey. Over the years, she's been married multiple times and has had several high-profile romances. But each experience seems to have taught her something important about herself. One of her longest and most meaningful relationships was with singer Marc Anthony. The two married in 2004 and later welcomed twins. Even after their divorce, they've remained connected as co-parents. Jennifer Lopez has often said that becoming a mother changed her entire perspective on life. Her children became her biggest motivation. And that responsibility pushed her to grow emotionally in ways she never expected. In interviews, Lopez has said that relationships, both successful and painful, have been some of her greatest teachers. They helped her understand what she wants, what she deserves, and what she needs in order to feel truly happy. That's why this new chapter she's talking about feels different. Because it's not driven by romance or career. It's driven by self-understanding. For most people, success means reaching the top. For Jennifer Lopez, success now means something else entirely. She's talked about how success used to be defined by achievements. #1 songs, box office hits, award shows, magazine covers. But over time, that definition started changing. Now, Lopez says she measures success by how balanced and fulfilled she feels in her daily life. It's about time with family, personal happiness, mental and emotional health, and being proud of the person she is becoming. This mindset shift is something many people experience later in life. But it's especially fascinating coming from someone whose career has been built on global recognition. Jennifer Lopez is essentially saying, fame isn't everything. And even the biggest stars eventually start searching for something deeper. One thing Jennifer Lopez has always been known for is reinvention. Throughout her career, she's constantly evolved. She went from dancer, to actress, to pop star, to business mogul. And she's still evolving today. Her recent projects, including films like The Mother, show that she's still exploring new creative challenges. But this time, the reinvention isn't just professional. It's personal. Jennifer Lopez is reinventing how she lives her life. She's focusing more on authenticity, more on being honest about struggles, more on growth rather than perfection. And fans seem to appreciate this more vulnerable version of J.Lo, because it reminds people that even icons are still human, still learning, still evolving. So what does this new chapter mean for Jennifer Lopez going forward? It likely means a different pace of life. Not necessarily less work, but more intentional work. Projects that inspire her, stories that matter to her, and a lifestyle that allows her to enjoy the success she spent decades building. It may also mean a stronger focus on family and personal fulfillment. After all, Lopez has spent most of her life chasing go.